we can just press trigger and annihilate him. Which is just awesome. I mean, look at that. Hello Spartans and welcome to another mod showcase. Today we have 5 mods that I can't wait to show you, so let's get straight into the video. So our first mod is by Sushin, and that is painful death sound effects. Now let's spawn an NPC with our NPC spawner and check it out. So we're going to spawn a couple guys, and you might know from the base game a lot of the death sounds are very Skyrim-esque. They're very samey. There's about 5 or 6 in the whole game and that's it. So I downloaded this mod that I thought would be really cool, and Sushin has added a bunch of new sound effects for killing NPCs. So let's see if we can get some right now. There's definitely a new one. There's another new one. That's not quite a death sound effect. Some of these do sound new. So he added a bunch of really painful death sounds, like coughing and spluttering and stuff, that just adds so much, I think, to the deaths of NPCs, rather than the basic Skyrim sounding death sounds. It just sounds really brutal now. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see more and more of these quality of life sounds and mods getting added, because they just add so much to the game. Now, if you just listen closely, some of them are changed based on how you kill them, as far as I know. I might be wrong, but a lot of them, if you stab them in the chest or somewhere where they can scream, it's a lot more brutal. But if you cut their head off, I don't think they scream as loudly. Wait, there we go. Go for the head. Never mind, they do still scream as loudly, so I was wrong. It is not location based, but it does sound awesome. And you'll hear like groaning, and sometimes if you knock them onto the floor, they'll have these really slow, painful deaths, and it's really, really, really cool to have that kind of stuff in this game, as it's really immersive. Let's move on to our second mod. And our second mod is Laser Eyes by Ghetto. Let's check this out. So if we spawn an NPC and we equip our laser eyes, we can just press trigger and annihilate him. Which is just awesome. I mean, look at that. It's crazy. I'm not sure how this looks on your guys' screen, but for me it looks insane. Everything goes red and he just gets obliterated. You can just slice him to pieces, and that's so cool. I love that kind of stuff. So you can actually line up a bunch of NPCs like this and just go cut them all to pieces. That guy didn't die, so we'll just get rid of him. Boom. So it's a really simple mod. You can equip it on both sides. It's on the spell wheel, and you can just spell wheel and shoot a bunch of lasers out of your eye, which is, you know, if you want to do that Superman or Homelander cosplay, that is how you're going to do it. And I believe people have actually made a Homelander outfit for you to be able to do that with. So get yourself on Nexus or Mod.io, get yourself that Homelander outfit, and laser some people. Moving on to our next mod. And our next mod is Breakable Loot. Now, this adds a bit of an RPG looter kind of element to the game, and I love it. So you're going to want to find something that is breakable, like a barrel like this. If we can just grab this barrel right here, and we just want to launch it at the wall to break it. Now that didn't spawn anything, so let's grab one of the little barrels and launch it. Ow, that broke on my back, but you see it spawned an axe. That is so cool. So we now have an axe we can go ahead and murder some people with. And that is amazing. Now if we grab a pot, let's see what this spawns. Nothing from this pot, anything from this pot. We got a mushroom. Nom nom nom. Let's see what else we can break. Now I know we have a barrel around here, so let's just grab this barrel and launch it. Anything? Yes, we got a really weird looking sword. But you know what? It's loot, and I'll take loot. So get stabbed. Thank you very much. We have another jar up here. I wonder if this will spawn anything. It did not. Okay, so it seems to be limited to more large-scale objects, which is fine because it's expected for a weapon to be in a barrel or a crate rather than a little jar. Anyway, let's move on to our next mod. And our next mod is the John Wick pack by Ghetto. So you're going to want to scroll down here and make sure you have Ghetto's firearms framework downloaded before you do this. And you want to head down here to the John Wick section. Now we have a bunch of weapons like the ultralight rifle, which I absolutely love. It works like a charm. You can reload them with separate magazines, pull them out, and just pop out people like that. And it is hit scan, so it works like a charm. Now, the special thing about these weapons being hit scan means there is absolutely no chance of being really close and doing no damage. It always does damage. So you're always going to be demolishing people. And that's great when you want to be John Wick, getting up close and blasting their heads to pieces. I love it. Now, we have quite a few weapons in this mod, so I'm just going to go through a few. We have a beautiful MPX, which is actually one of my favorites. It's a nice little kind of hybrid between an SMG. It's more like a carbine, and I love this thing. It hits like an absolute truck, shreds NPCs, and it's beautiful. We also have the Sand Viper, which is possibly my favorite pistol in the mod. It just sounds great, it feels great, and it does damn good damage. So also weapons like the Pit Viper, which is just a slightly different version of the Sand Viper, and I also love this one too. And then we have one of the more unique pistols, the Kimber Warrior, which is a really heavy duty pistol, and yes, this one does the job too. Really, really well. So let's move on to our final mod. And our final mod is Stronger Bludgeons. Are you tired of your blunt weapons doing no damage? Well, fear not, we have Stronger Bludgeons by Sushin, and this thing is beautiful. It basically turns bludgeons into hard-hitting monsters like that. Usually that would take 80 damage to smash a head, and you can see how quickly I was able to destroy his head in 1 or 2 hits. Sometimes it takes a little more, but usually it hits pretty hard, pretty fast. And the bludgeons in the base game just don't feel great. So having a way to have them be really powerful is so much more fun, especially along with the Headbreaker mod. It just really feels like you can bash people up with bludgeons and they'll hit really, really hard to the ground. Or your weapon will finally actually just do some good damage. So that is a highly recommended mod. And he also has another mod called Stronger Axes, which I do have on, which improves axes and makes them do more damage than what you'd expect. It's kind of like the disappointment of using a sword and stabbing someone in the face and they just die, but when you dig an axe into their skull, they just don't take enough damage. So Axes and Bludgeons, Stronger versions by Sushin, is a huge improvement when you're fighting enemies and just want that extra bit of power. But anyway guys, that was 5 more mods I think you should get for Blade and Sorcery. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell and all that good stuff. And let me know what mods you think I should check out in my next mod showcase tomorrow. And I will see you guys in the next video. In a bit!